everyone! I was thinking about when I last made a monthly favorites video, and it was actually way back in May. So I decided that I was just going to do a summer favorites video, and I'm going to split it up into beauty and non-beauty favorites, because if I tried to do favorites for 3 months in one video, we would be here for like 45 minutes, and I already have an issue with my videos being a little bit long, so I split them up, and today I'm going to be focusing on my beauty favorites. I didn't really try too many new products over the summer, and especially in beauty, I usually wear less makeup in the summertime. I pretty much stick with the same face every day. I don't really mix up too much, so let's get right on into it. First, I have this little tiny baby. It is the Mineral Fusion nail polish in Pebble, and it does come in the usual Mineral Fusion size. This was just a sample I got from my Mineral Fusion rep, but I absolutely adore this. I have had this nail polish forever. I've had it for like a year, and I just was never really too drawn to it for some reason. It just seemed so kind of like blah to me. But I absolutely love it. I have worn it on my nails, I have worn it on my toes. It looks awesome in both places, and it's the kind of nail polish where you just look at it and you instantly get like happy. I always get like a smile on my face whenever I look at it, and I'm like, I love how it looks. And I especially like how it looks on toes. I have little chubby baby toes, so anything that makes my toes look even cuter I like, and it almost makes them look like little shiny candies. So I love this nail polish. I think it's adorable, and it's the kind of nail polish that you can kind of wear any time of the year, but I especially started wearing it in the summer because it's a bit of like a bright pastel color. And another nail polish that I really love in the summer, which is such a summertime nail polish, is Essie Sunday Funday. And it's just the perfect like pink corally color, and it has tiny little silver sparkles, which almost you don't even really see. They just like glint in the light and just make it look a little bit more shiny, and I just think it's such a pretty color. You know, similarly with Pebble, it's great on fingernails, it's great on toenails. It's just such a pretty color. With all of the Essie nail polishes that I found, I need to do 3 coats to really get it as opaque as I like it. I get really bothered if like I hold up my nails to the light, like if they're long and you can see like patches through them. I'm such like a freak when it comes to that kind of thing. Even if you can't see it when you're just looking down at your nails, if you hold it up and you can see it, I'm like, nope, I don't like it. It really bothers me. It really gets to me. So 3 coats on this one, but luckily it's relatively fast drying, so I don't really mind that too much. I have something that's pretty much the same color as Sunday Funday. It is the Sonia Kashuk Cream Blush in Rosey 02. And another thing that I have had for ages and just recently got into this, I got it at Target, of course, and it's just a really lovely cream blush. I like to have a quicker routine in the summertime, and I find that something that I can just pat on with my fingers and blend in is so much easier. The only downer with this was that it did start to break me out on my cheeks, and I don't break out on my cheeks. The only time I ever break out on my cheeks is when I'm using something that my skin does not like. So that's the only downside to this blush. But as a cream blush, it's beautiful. It starts off very thin and very easy to work in, and then it kind of dries to a very powder finish, and it stays on pretty much all day, you know, most of the day. But I love the packaging. I love the magnetic closure, as you will hear me doing throughout I've been talking about it. And it's a good blush, just broke me out a bit. And moving on to a similar part is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends Natural Radiance Bronzer in Sunkissed 30. Once again, this is something that I have had for absolutely ages. I probably should buy a new one because it is pretty old, but I really love it. It is a mosaic bronzer, so you get a whole bunch of different colors, and I really like that. You know, it has yellow toned, it has pink tones, and then it has just some straight brown tones to it, and I think it's a lovely bronzer for someone who is on the fair side. It doesn't make me look weird or orange or anything like that, and I use it to contour as well. I just think it is a lovely bronzer, and it doesn't break my skin out. It's something that my skin likes. It's almost one of those creamy powders to where it doesn't dry out your face, it doesn't sit on top of the skin or like any peach fuzz that you might have. It just kind of blends in so beautifully onto the face, and I don't even use it with that great of a brush. I use it with like a little blush brush that I got at Target, and it was like the Target brand blush brush. I just wanted something to put my bronzer on with. It's very thin, and this just buffs into the skin so nicely, and I just think it is an absolutely lovely color, and I love the product. I have this eyeshadow from Pacifica, and it is their Duo 1, and I actually got this in my Ipsy Glam bag. And I think the shades that are in this are lovely. It has like it looks like a creamy white, but then it has pink sparkles in it. And I think I might have talked about this before. I'm not too sure, but I think it's absolutely lovely. It has the pink sparkles, so I find that highlighting the cheekbone looks really pretty because then it kind of blends in with my blush with the pink there. I don't really do it up on my brow bone because the pink is in it, so it looks kind of weird. And it is like a bright pink, but you only see it when you're in the light, which I think is really, really pretty, and it looks absolutely gorgeous on the eyes. And then it's paired with this almost rose gold shade, like a pale rose gold. I think it's absolutely lovely. And these, I believe, are made with like coconut water or something really, really interesting, but they go on beautifully. They are very, very soft shadows. They're not like those hard, chalky shadows, and they last forever. I very rarely remember to put on a primer before doing my eyeshadow, and these just stay all day, glide on beautifully. There's really nothing bad I can say about these. Next is another thing I got in one of my Ipsy bags. It is the Jessie's Girl Liquid Liner, and the brush on this is an actual brush. It's not like a felt tip. And I've been wanting something like that for a while because I find that when I have a brush, it goes to a finer point and I can get into my inner corner a lot easier, and I can do cat eyes a lot easier, which you can see I have one today, which I never ever have. I just find it so hard to do, and you know, it makes me look a little bit cross-eyed if I do the wing too long. But with this, it's so easy. It just makes it so easy. You can get that fine point, which I really like when I'm doing a cat eye. I don't like it when it looks kind of rounded and chunky and weird. And it stays all day. Like, when I say it stays all day, I mean it. It stays for a couple of days. When I went to Firefly Music Festival in June, I was bad for a couple of the days, and I didn't take off my eye makeup before I went to bed. But I would do my eye makeup about, you know, midday, probably around noon, and then it would last all day, and then the next day when I woke up, like, it was there. There was no flaking, nothing. It was exactly where I left it. And I don't know if it's waterproof, but it definitely has excellent staying power, and it's super, super easy to use. I have two lip products that I really, really loved this summer and really got a lot of use out of this summer, and they're the Lagona double lip pencils in shade 3 and shade 7. And it's kind of funny because on each of them I only use one. One of them is a beautiful peachy rosy nude shade. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I wish they kind of, you know, split up the pencil and actually gave each color a name. But it's a matte color, there's no shimmer to it, and I think it's just really, really lovely for everyday wear or when you just want to add a little something to your lips. And the other one is an absolutely gorgeous plum shade, and on it shears out a little bit, so it's just more of a berry color, but you can really draw it on there, make it very dark, make it very opaque, and it's lovely. And with these, they stay on pretty well. I usually end up having to reapply halfway through the day or so, but usually no more than once or twice. They're very, very creamy, and I just find that they glide on so beautifully. They aren't drying. They're absolutely lovely, and Lagona is one of those all-natural brands, and as you know, I am all about the all-natural makeup and skincare and the like, so I really felt good about putting these on my lips and felt good about using these products. I have a moisturizer that I've been using all throughout the summer almost dropped it there. And it is the John Masters Organics Rose and Apricot Antioxidant Day Cream. And first of all, I just love things that come in glass, and I find the packaging on this absolutely gorgeous. It has a little pump, and I usually use about 3 pumps. It is a small bottle, but I've been using it all summer and I'm not even halfway through, so clearly it's been fine. I like the consistency. It's thinner because it is a day cream, but I find that in the summer I do better with a thinner moisturizer because my skin does get a little bit oily in my T-zone, and it's still very moisturizing. It's for normal to dry skin, so it's going to be very moisturizing without being very oily. The smell is a little weird. It does have apricot and peach in it, so it smells a little bit like baby food. Like baby food next to a rose candle. I come up with the weirdest descriptions, but it does. It smells like you're feeding your baby baby food and you have a rose candle lit. But it doesn't really bother me too much. I've kind of gotten used to it. It's become not such a bad scent. My boyfriend really doesn't like it. He thinks it smells so gross. But then again, I wouldn't want my girlfriend smelling like baby food either. I definitely suggest this. John Masters Organics is a beautiful brand, and I'm actually going to be doing a brand review on them very, very soon. So I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with this on there, but it has definitely been a favorite throughout the summer. Last thing I have is one of my favorite things that I really, really loved this summer, and it is the Alba Botanica Natural Hawaiian Cocktail Body Wash in Creamy Pina Colada for dry to very dry skin. And this, it smells like a cherry pineapple starburst. Like, it really does. They have the the tropical pack, and whatever the cherry one is, I think it might be cherry pineapple, but it just smells so good. It smells like a sweet. So if you don't like sweet scents, don't get this body wash. But it is a very thin body wash, which I was surprised. Normally with body washes that are for drier skin, they tend to be very thick, almost like a lotion, and they tend to look creamy. This did not look creamy at all. It was very sheer, and it kind of just looked like regular old soap, like a hand soap that you would use. But it lathers beautifully and says, "A deep drink of hydration. Turn your tub into a tiki bar with this creamy body wash cocktail. Blended with natural oils, our tropical tonic will quench your skin's thirst. Sugarcane extract, our secret rum-loving ingredient, helps slough off dullness to reveal skin's hidden beauty. You're just a wash away from Shangri-La." Oh, cool. This said something in Hawaiian, which I'm not even gonna try to do that again. But I love that it has the sugar cane in it, because without being an abrasive exfoliant, it is exfoliating my skin and leaving me with lovely, lovely moisturized and exfoliated skin, which is super, super important in the summertime, especially if you want to prolong your tan. So that's it for part 1 of my summer favorites. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2, which will be all my non-beauty favorites. I have a couple of books and some clothes that I really, really loved this summer. I'm going to be putting that up next Wednesday, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful summer. I really loved my summer. I went on a couple of trips and just really enjoyed the climate this year. It was lovely, and like I said, I hope you guys really enjoyed your summer and had a great one, and I will be seeing you next Wednesday. Bye!